So in case you can't tell, I'm doing my first meditation video from my car. This is the inside, actually passenger seat of my car. And there's a couple reasons why I decided to do this way. This is where I spend most of my life and my time, in and out of my car, because of my job and just life in general. And the acoustics in here are pretty good. And there's another reason. Because a lot of us do spend a tremendous amount of time in the car, it can be a valuable asset when you're trying to expose yourself to more opportunities for meditation. A lot of times going home, being in the house is very stressful. There's too many distractions, too much going on. I know for myself, this is what took me a very long time to be able to just sit in my home and meditate. It actually took me 9 years to be able to go from the beginning of the meditation to the end, to actually being able to say that I spent a few minutes with background noise that didn't stop my breathing process. Breathing is the number one reason we're stressed. Human beings tend to breathe in the upper portion of their chest, from your throat to your breastbone. Where we really need to decompress during the day is in our neck and throat. And if you're holding your breath in there, it's going to become a really, really large issue. It's going to set you up for things down the road. You want to breathe deep past your chest into your belly when you are starting your meditation or anything that you're going to do. But the breathing is the essential part to beginning to learn how to drop into meditation. You're not going to learn it overnight. You're not going to be a master right away. You may find it extremely frustrating. You may find yourself crying. You may find yourself having these bizarre and unreal behaviors. When you release tension and held spots in the body, who knows what's going to happen? I've seen a lot of funky things happen with myself and with people while I was teaching yoga in yoga class. So, back to your breath. I have a cassette. Yes, I still have a cassette player in my car. I have a cassette that's over 15 years old. And it is on one side breathing and on the other side body awareness. It was an audio tape done by a power yoga teacher that I started my yoga practice with. And I find that I go back to this cassette over and over again. It's simple. He explains in depth the process of breathing and the blockages and the things that you're going to come against. So I don't want this video to be very long. I just want it to be an introduction, and you can get used to my voice, the tone, the way I teach and talk, and see if it's something that you want to continue with me. And the meditation I offer one-on-one, in group. I can even record something for you. So let's get back to this, and I'm going to tell you the beginnings. So if anybody out there does yoga, you already know that pranayama, which is the life force, or your chi, which is also reference to life, is the energy in your body. And learning how to breathe redirects that energy, releasing blockages, no matter where they are. To get started, you'll need to find a comfortable position to sit in. If you want to sit in lotus or cross-leg, or in hero pose, which is sitting on your knees, hands on your thighs. Take any position that you know while you're sitting there for 60 seconds. Let's start with 60 seconds. That you're not going to be screaming in pain, or, be realistic about it. The goal of learning to breathe is so that you can sit in meditation longer. That's really all it comes down to. Learning how to breathe will open up a whole new world to you. So when you do breathe, you want to sit up and imagine that your spine is stacked in a line. Don't try to sit ramrod straight, okay? Try to keep the image of your ears are over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips. Whether you're sitting, you can even do this standing, over your knees and over your ankle joints. So you want a nice kind of a line, but with a little bit of a curve, in your neck and in your lower back. If you find yourself uncomfortable when you prepare to sit, just move, just scooch around. Your body's talking to you. Just remember that this is the beginning. This is only the beginning, and it will get easier and easier and easier, I promise. So if you're interested in learning more, if you want to hear more of what I have to say and my ideas, my next video will be an introduction to the breathing processes. But to end this, I just want to introduce you to some theory of breath, some words that you're going to hear later on. When you inhale, you're going to inhale into your belly, and you're going to be forcing your belly out, so it's almost uncomfortable for you. You're going to feel a stretch. Don't hold back. Try and release it. So pretend that your body is like a vase, and your belly is the bottom half of it, okay? And it's round and soft, and let it go. Release all those muscles that hold your belly in during the day, for whatever reasons you're doing that. If you're doing that because you're standing a lot and you're trying to protect your spine, or if you're doing it just out of tension, it's okay. Release it and let it go. Almost give yourself that pooch. Trust me, this better breathing is going to give you a better belly in many aspects. It'll be more toned. It'll be easier to exercise. It'll be easier to sleep. It'll be easier to do a lot of things. So inhalation is pulling the breath in, all right? And when you pull in, you want to, like I said, try to imagine that you're releasing the lower part of your belly, and the breath is coming down past your chest into your belly. And then you're going to fill up, and your throat is the top of the vessel, okay? And you're going to have to keep your shoulders down, but we'll get to that. So that's inhalation. Retention, holding the breath for a few seconds of a count, 2 seconds, 1 second. You're going to build up to that. That's going to take time. Some of you are going to do that part fabulously. The next part's the difficult part, the exhalation. Anyone who has asthma knows that you can breathe in all day long, but exhaling, that's where you get stuck, okay? And you're going to want to learn how to exhale for a longer count than your inhalation. So for example, when we start doing this on my next video, I'm going to give you numbers to work with, okay? And you're going to force these breath inhalation numbers, retention, and exhalation. But no matter what numbers we work with, if you're inhaling for a count of 4, you're going to hold and retain for a count of 1 or 2, and you're going to hope to push your exhalation to 5. If you can get further than that, go ahead. Just don't overdo it, because you're going to stimulate your system. You're going to stimulate your panic phase, that fight or flight, and your shoulders are going to go up, and you're just going to miss the beauty of the whole process of the breath, which is like a wave. I use the analogy of a wave with meditation all the time, and it works very, very well. So that's it. That's the beginning. We're going to be doing inhalation, retention, and exhalation. And you can do it in silence. Find some music that has the beats to it that you can think of. Next time we'll talk about things that you can think in your head, words that you can say on your inhalation and exhalation that'll make it easier. And be prepared for the next video. I can't wait to work with you guys. This is one of my favorite things in the whole world. I'm a junkie now. Now that I know how to breathe, I want to show everybody the right way to breathe. It's amazing. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Namaste.